From a creative standpoint, when I look back over 40 years of making music, I would have never guessed it was my Christmas music that would have the longest life. I've always had a record player. It's just a great tactile way to experience music. I see that music and I remember who played on each session and the arrangers I worked with, and to me it's all the story behind it. I was pregnant with my daughter Sarah. I was recording a song called Breath of Heaven. I wrote the lyrics for that. It was about imagining Mary's journey and being pregnant with Jesus, and just that experience of singing about somebody else and at least having some commonality. I mean, not the virgin birth part, but at least the expectant mother. I'm from a big family, and music plays different roles in each of our lives. For me, the sun rises and sets on a great song. Nat King Cole comes on, and in my mind, I'm putting the lights on the Christmas tree. And that was just always the pattern. I feel the same way about Johnny Mathis' Christmas. I feel the same way about the Barbra Streisand's Christmas record. And I love meeting people now that say, we always decorated our tree to your music. And, it's just nice to be invited to be in part of somebody's family memory. Everything can be a Christmas recipe. Everything. This year, I'm going to do two of my favorite. I have a killer chili recipe, and it cooks for about 20 hours. And so I'm going to do that early. And then I also make cheese grits with and without jalapeno peppers. And some people do chili with cornbread, but we do chili with cheese grits because it's just more fat and butter. It makes everything better. The one big meal that we have Christmas, oddly enough, is breakfast. People know that we're like breakfast freaks on Christmas, so our friends actually go, I have a breakfast food for you. We get one of the Amish kringles, which is a lovely pastry. We cook a lot of breakfast meats here. We also have these really yummy, it's almost like a little sausage and cheese pizza on English muffins. It's just fun to be in the kitchen. Christmas is beautiful, but it can be stressful. You have to be very brave sometimes to go home. You have to be very brave sometimes to welcome your family because, every family's a mix of everything. My kind of enjoyment recipe at Christmas time is anybody can do it. Light a candle, find some music, either on the radio, online, or if you on your phone with a decent speaker, and the beverage of your choice, and just sit. I call it a 5-minute vacation. Just 5 minutes to welcome yourself. If you have an artificial tree or no tree, then get like an evergreen candle. But it's phenomenal what 5 minutes can do to change the way you feel about anything. The biggest tradition for us is making music. This year, for instance, I did 7 road shows with symphonies. Those shows were a blast. We wrapped that up and then have come home to the Ryman Auditorium, which is just such a lovely gem of a music space in Nashville. And so part of my gift is reaching out to all of my family. What night would you like to come? Who would you like to be with? So I'm gonna tell you, it takes hours to figure those tickets out, but that's actually a gift that I give my family. And then the other thing is they might be going, oh my gosh, not again. Anything but that. Most nights of December, I'm surrounded by beautiful music with lovely lights and good friends. It's magical. I love Elf, Love Actually, The Holiday, Christmas Vacation. I mean, those are just great in the background, just anything to put a smile on your face. In fact, honestly, Love Actually kind of inspired a tradition that we started 14 years ago. This was our 15th year to provide a free outdoor show. And we do it on the Lipscomb University campus. Massive stage, it's called the Lighting of the Green. And there have been years that like the snow has fallen on the stage, we're up there freezing trying to play guitars. You know, it's a massive production, and I have said, this feels like love actually. We did it. I see everyone as being on a faith journey. I mean, we all are. You know, our experience of this life is like a time tube. We begin and end in the love of God. And so what I love about Christmas time is that everyone is sensitized to love. Everyone's sensitized to giving. And where there's love, God is present. And so as a person of faith, you know, it was such a natural to create Christmas music. My life has had many chapters. I have had 2 families. I mean 3. The family I was born into, my first family when I married at 21 and had 3 kids, and then my second family when I married Vince in 2000. Sometimes it's hard to see your life on a continuum when there's a lot of change. And the first Christmas that we were in this house, I think it was 2001. I had just taken Matt, Millie, and Sarah, my older children who were still young, to their dad's house. It was Christmas Eve. It was going to be the first Christmas that I was not going to wake up in the house with them. And I had my 9-month-old. And so it was the drive in the dark out there, and, you know, I love you guys, but that silence on the way back. And I walked in the back door just going, I gotta find my footing in all this. I mean, we were all finding our footing. And I came in and Vince said, hand me that baby. And at that table right over there, he'd gone to my favorite Italian restaurant, gotten my favorite dish. He had set a place setting for one, a single glass of wine, lit a candle, and he said, just take a minute. And just the gift of time, the gift to not have to be going, woohoo, the gift to cry and to be fed. You know, in my mind, it's like, it's all about the welcome table. In good times and in hard times, there's joy to be found.